Hello and welcome to the RJ Squared podcast, where we invite you to join the conversation. I am Jamal, and I'm here with Jermaine and Renell, and we're your unfiltered crew, diving into life, culture, manhood, and so much more. We stream here live Sunday and Monday. Today's Monday, July 28th. It's 7:30-ish on the East Coast, and we're here on YouTube where we stream. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and join the conversation to help us grow the channel and build the community. So let's get into it. No real topic tonight. We're just going to talk. It's the next day after yesterday's riveting conversation about whores. So why not follow it up with some more shenanigans? But we were off camera and we were talking about money. And Jermaine, you brought something up that I found pretty interesting. Would you mind sharing that again, please?
We were speaking, if the podcast made a particular amount of money, would we continue the career fields that we're in right now, or would we keep the career field and take the excess of additional money?
Yeah.
Personally, I can't necessarily stop what I'm doing ever. You know what I'm saying? Just because.
Really?
Well, when I say that, I have employees, so I can't be like, hey, if I hit the lottery today, I can't be like, I'm just gonna shut down my business and not put people out of jobs and families in a crisis.
Sure.
Like, people actually count on what I'm doing. But I will say, with the additional money, let's say if I receive $10,000 additional money every month. Technically, I would definitely be in the 1 percentile of earners in the U.S.
Is that true?
Yeah, in the top 12% of U.S. citizens, men and women, this is heterosexual and homosexual, only 15% make at least $100,000 or more.
You said top 1%, though.
Yeah, okay, let me rephrase. The top, and I may be a little off, if you're making $100,000 or more in the United States as a single person, even if you're married and you're making that individually away from your spouse, you're in the top 10% of earners. If you're making over $100,000 a year, if you're making over $250,000 a year, you're in the top 1%.
So I'm gonna.
Really? That's men and women. Right now, you want to fact check? You're always on the laptop. You want to fact check? I could be a tad bit off.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be off a little bit. We're just human. But I talked to Gemini.
Go ahead.
I talked to Gemini, and Gemini says that to be in the top 1% of earners in the United States, you need to earn at least $787,000 annually.
That sounds more like it.
This threshold is based on 2021 IRS tax return data adjusted to June 2024 dollars. Alternatively, a separate analysis by the Economic Policy Institute found the top 1% of earners in 2023 had an average annual wage of $794,000.
Okay, so besides the average, what's the lower tier number? So now we know the average, what you just said, $700 and something thousand.
$790. Yeah.
So, but where does it begin? Because if that's the average, where does it start from and where does it go to? Because I simply said the top 1%, 250,000 or more. So if the 250,000 is the bottom scale, the 700 is the middle, and the 1.3 is the top end. That's what I'm asking you.
Give me a second.
Does that make sense? What I'm asking?
Yeah, you're looking for
the lower tier, just like just to slide in there.
The lower denominator, lowest denominator.
So like 5% and 10%. What's the average there? Is what you're asking?
Well, what I wanted to speak on is just how money is relative, and how you know, there's a term for it. I want to say it's like spend creep or comfort creep. There's some sort of phrase that's used where once you earn a certain amount of money, you
It's
can do
never
one of
enough.
two things. You can either live below your means, or you find new things to buy, whether it's a new car or you move to a more, you know, established or well revered neighborhood or whatever, because you just find your mind, oh, this is going to continue, therefore I should live a lifestyle befitting what I earn. So that's why I think for a lot of people it causes more problems. It's really tough to discipline yourself and to live below your means because you're
Yeah.
not outwardly projecting this wealth that you have.
Here you go, fellas. Top one. So this gives you kind of like in layers. So top 1%, 819,000. Top
That's the
5%,
average.
yes. Top
Okay.
5% in income of 335,000, and then the
And that was
top 10.
5%.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then top 10% of earners typically need to make more than 167,000. So not too tough to get into the top 10%. It gets
Yeah.
tougher once you get into the top 5.
Wait, top 10 is 170,000 a year, right? You said
Rounded up, yes.
You can't say it's not tough because there's only 10% of people in there.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Like you can't.
Good point.
Like though you may have been there, Jamal
No,
may have been there, others may have been
no,
there.
I'm
I'm not saying you will have or not. I said you may have,
Yeah.
hence the word may.
Yeah.
I don't think we could say it's not easy to get into that bracket because it's definitely not easy.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. I misspoke. But it is very, very difficult to get into the top 5 and definitely in the top 1%. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making, especially if, and look, there's a difference between like having a net worth of something and then actually making the money.
Mhm.
Sure.
So if you're actually making $700,000 a year, even if they take a third away, you're still looking at pulling in what 464 after taxes at least, around the 454. My numbers may be off, but
Yeah.
You're still looking at having almost $40,000 a month in just income, just liquid income. Just what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, it's 37 grand a month after taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. There are people who live check to check with that.
Yeah, and
Now that's crazy.
I have to tell you, man, I remember making less than $50,000 a year when I first joined the military. I remember that.
You're still having money to burn though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that was before inflation went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's wages and inflation and what things cost today just have not remained in lockstep. They're way off, and there's so much data to support that. But
I'm
anyway,
really going
I
to sound
think
like an old man right here, but I remember working at Publix and I remember making $3.75 an hour.
yeah, what's minimum wage now? It's got to be $12 or
That's a good
No, I
question.
think it's like 17, close to it, 16,
Yeah,
17.
I think
is
that's
it?
Cali.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
H is actually
Well, anyway,
720. What? 725?
$7?
No,
yeah, that
hell
sounds
no.
right. Yeah,
There's
that
no
sounds right.
way.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah, federal
Minimum. That's why they call it minimum.
federal minimum wage is $7.25, but I think California it's like $20 or something.
That's like a different country. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't count.
So I put up the AI overview to be in the top 10% of earners in the US. A household needs to earn at least $191,406 annually for the top 10%. So hey, maybe and I'm pretty sure it has gone up just because of the explosion of social media income overall, like YouTube and TikTok and OnlyFans, like especially if they're reporting their earnings, top 10% threshold.
Well, the average OnlyFans person
Makes
earner,
less than 500.
Yeah, less than that. Less like $180 a month, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
Just that.
that's yeah. I think OnlyFans out of everything has the largest disparity of earnings. Like you're either big or you're just not.
Right.
You're either making
Yeah.
20,000 a month to
Yeah.
50,000 and
Yeah.
higher, or you're making that low number. I don't think there's a really a middle ground with OnlyFans. I know
Yeah.
there is, but I mean like in regular
Yeah.
career fields.
There is no veteran minimum like in the NBA in
Yeah.
OnlyFans, right?
And it's not like, you're a manager somewhere at
Yeah.
Walmart and you're
Yeah.
making 60,000, 70,000. It's either you're at the bottom of the totem pole or you're at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah,
And
that
this
could be
goes to
true.
your point about, making that decision to expose yourself like that on OnlyFans, the return is just not there, right?
No,
For
for the
No.
most,
majority.
Because a lot
yeah.
of people just assume it's easy and you just show
Yeah.
your butt and
I'm good.
but
Yeah. I'm good.
yeah, it's
I
more
made
than
50
that.
bucks.
You know
It'll be
what? I don't think
50,000.
women think it's necessarily easy. I do believe that also, but I think every woman thinks their look is so unique and exotic, they're going to make the money. I really think society has put something in women's heads where majority of them, especially the younger crowd coming out 18 to let's say 30, feel
Mhm.
that, I've seen some other girls who do OnlyFans. I look just as good as her.
Yeah.
If I start an OnlyFans, I'm probably going to make the same as she will. I
So let
think
me
that's how
ask
they're
you,
looking at it.
do
I
you
think they
think,
look at the work like, yeah, I'm going to have to post things and things of that nature. But I think that's how women go into it. I don't think they go into it saying it's easy. I think they go into it on a competitive standpoint, even though they don't want to admit it, from a aesthetic, from aesthetically how they feel aesthetically pleasing they are to the opposite gender. And I
so
think a
let me,
lot of them overinflate just how they look.
okay. So let me ask you, Jermaine, do you think, like, I think we talked about that well, not a few, a lot of episodes ago, because we're on episode 23, ladies and gentlemen, right now.
We've
There
done
it
a lot of
is.
episodes, bro.
We've
There it
done some
is.
episodes,
We're
23.
moving.
Oh, by the way, we have 32 M&F subscribers, and
Same
we're
as
at
yesterday.
6.9 thousand views already. So
Nice.
yeah, it may not be much to all of you, but relative to me, it's a lot.
Good
And
job,
I'm
Jam-
gentlemen.
very happy.
Good
Jamboni
job.
Express. I take full
Yes.
credit. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Hey, we're coming back. We're back in the saddle. So the
That's
same way
right.
we built with those first 2 months, another 2 months might have another 30, another 2 months might have 90. We're
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. It's compounding interest, 100%. So I want to go back. I can't remember the episode. I'm not going to go back and look for it because it's not worth it. But there was an episode when we were talking about tens. Remember? We were talking about women
They're like
and
unicorns.
yeah, and so my question to you, both of you, and just kind of food for thought or conversation is: do you think you could kind of spoke on it's a culture thing? Is it the tens effect? Right? Is it every woman thinks that she's a 10, therefore she is entitled or should pursue an OnlyFans career?
I
I'll
know
let
Is
Jamal
exactly.
go
I
first.
know exactly what it is. And Whole Math did an excellent job explaining this phenomenon. It's where you have apps like Bumble or Tinder, where if you're a woman, let's say you're a 4 or a 5, but you get someone who reaches out to you, and that man is a 8,
8.
9, or 10,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he expresses interest in you. You meet, you hook up, you believe your stock went up, but that's not the case because from the man's perspective, you were just easy, right? He's not someone, or you're not someone he's going to bring to meet his family, but the 4s and 5s of the women group don't think that way. And so this inflates ego, and they believe that because they slept with an 8 or a 9, that somehow
makes
is a
them.
reflection. Yeah.
Oh,
So I will say this. Hang
okay.
on, Renell. You asked the question. Hang on. Yes, and whole method, hey, great channel by the way.
Yeah.
Really, I love the way he does it because I think he's the only person who does it.
Yeah, he really is. He's the
Yeah.
only one who understands.
He
'Cause it's
he found
complicated.
he literally found his own niche, and
He
like
did.
if somebody comes after that, you really can't say that
Yeah.
you started that. Like it's
Yeah.
whole method.
Yeah.
But so I agree with Jamal, but I don't think they think their stock went up. I think they think their stock is equivalent to the man that they just slept with or got with.
Fair.
So a 5, which is the average person. Oh, and we're going to speak about women right now, but men can do this also. But we're going to say a 5, that's a woman, slips into the DM of Michael B. Jordan, who all around, I think people would say, okay, he's probably because of his stature, his status, his money, his career. I think all around people would say he's around a high 8, 9. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Michael B. Jordan will sleep with her. She's an average person, works at Wendy's. She will then think if they don't stay together, every person that she's with after that needs to be Michael B. Jordan's level or equivalent to Michael B. Jordan,
Right.
or within those parameters of him.
Correct.
But
Correct.
she's also, where she's getting wrong, she's putting herself on the same level as that man. It's called hypergamy also. So
Okay.
women date up, they usually don't date down. And once they date up, they try to stay in that general vicinity of the highest person they've dated.
Okay. All right. So I think geography also has a lot to do with this, right?
Not anymore.
This is why I say that. We had a guest on here a few weeks ago, Captain Savaho, and she mentioned to us, I don't know if you recall, that all of her boyfriends, she considers every single one of her boyfriends ugly. And she has been asked on several occasions, and I'm just talking about physical attraction. Let's not talk about anything. That we're just talking about physical attraction. She has been asked on several occasions by several friends, why are you with him? You could do so much better. So
The friends are women, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. They are women, but well, no, she has a couple gay friends as well. So, but yeah, my point.
You just said that so quickly.
Yeah, but my point is, I think there's a US of A kind of a culture of dating, let's call it, and then there's that because we'll just go ahead and say that this individual lives in South America, and she admitted this to us, right, and said that fact that, hey, all of my boyfriends are ugly, but they did
But
the
do
right
they have
things.
money?
Well,
they're ding, ding, ding. Okay. Yeah.
so yes, so that's another factor, right?
And she's an anomaly.
You think she's an anomaly?
That's a cultural thing.
No, when I say anomaly, so she's telling us about her boyfriends. Boyfriends are different than men I slept with. So let's say she had 5 boyfriends, and all 5 was considered ugly.
I like that.
But the one night stands and the week lasters and the month lasters or the 2-month lasters were 8s.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a lie of omission. So these bitches aren't smart, bro. Like, you can sit here and say all of your boyfriends were ugly. Well, let me ask you this. If you had 5 boyfriends, but you slept with 20 men, how did the other 15 look? And I guarantee you they were more attractive than the boyfriends in majority of cases.
Can I ask this? How did she, because I wasn't on that episode. Was she
She's average.
Average?
She's average.
She's a good looking girl.
Because I wonder what she considers ugly then.
Yeah.
It's all relative, but I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
she didn't show pictures. Well, no, she didn't show pictures of these men. So we don't know what she means by ugly.
Yeah,
it could be that he had a zit on his nose, but was perfect everywhere else. I don't know.
Because she could think she's an 8, but she got with a 6, and now he's ugly.
Right.
And her friends can be boosting her head up like,
correct.
Oh, you're my friend. You're a hot girl. Why are you with an average guy? But that average guy is actually a 6.5 or a 7.
Mm-hmm.
But her friends and her are looking at themselves as 8s or 9s, even though they may not be. So I do think it's relative. I do think it's subjective to a point, especially attractiveness. But attractiveness is objective to a certain extent also. The hour shape, the hourglass figure,
Yep.
the oval face, things of
The
that nature. It is
eyes, the
objective to a
eyes.
certain extent.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, okay. Yeah. So that was good conversation. I thank you for enlightening me. And where are we going next with this one?
Oh, I have plenty of ammunition, but I just wanted to book in that topic though. So, with regards to the podcast, I wish it would take off. I don't like my career. I really don't.
Neither
Wait,
do
did you
I.
always
Let's do
not
it.
like it, or is that a revelation later on in your
No,
career?
I've always not liked it. So I got so quick backstory about me. I got a full scholarship to Florida A&M, and I had to major in a science because that's the what I tested the best in, and I was undecided for 2 years, and then I finally had to choose a major, and I chose pharmacy, and I became a pharmacist, and the rest is what it is. But I never found something passionate within this industry that I love. I just don't. I do it, I make good money, but
Yeah.
I could leave it. I would leave it at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
So
So I'll piggyback off of that. My previous life, I was a naval officer, and I can tell you that of the 21 years that I served, I was miserable for about 10.
damn,
So
I'm
Did you
sorry to
become
hear that.
unmiserable once you became an officer?
no, because we just alluded to it, right? More money, more problems, more
Yeah,
responsibility, more problems, bro.
So it
That's
was
just
yeah,
easier being enlisted?
100%.
Hmm.
What and it's there's certain career fields that are more difficult than others, but um, I tell you, there's a nice, happy, medium there in the enlisted ranks where you have just enough pay, not enough responsibility, and your life is good, right?
yeah,
But then as you progress, yeah, it's the pressure's on. But again, my point being that about 50% of my career, I was miserable. Made a lot of
yeah,
sacrifices, missed a lot of birthdays, a lot of Christmases, a lot of you know anniversaries when I was married at the time. Things like that. I'm very grateful that I didn't have my son until later in my career, because otherwise I would have been saying goodbye to him on the pier.
yeah. That would have
Boohoo
been hard.
crying. Yeah. So leaving
Yeah,
my family for 6 months at a time. So at least I was fortunate enough to hold off on that until later in life. But still not saying that I'm not very grateful, because I'm in a great place right now, as far as career and professional endeavors are concerned. But 100% Jambone, if tomorrow we could really knock this out of the park and make it into something that is long lasting, 10, 15 years from now, yeah, 100%, let's go for it. And I would do it in a heartbeat.
yeah.
But
Heard.
we're just not there yet. We're kind of I would portray this as taking an arborvitae tree, planting it as a baby in your backyard, and you got to wait a couple of years for it to actually grow and show bear some fruit for you.
Got
All the
that.
hard way.
Yep. I hear
Mhm.
you. I hear you. So what about you, Jermaine? You're happy with what you're doing, or no?
Well, I'm different because you guys went in the past to now. Um, I'm not gonna say I'm different. I don't want to seem that way. Just the way I moved the majority of my life, I didn't care. I'm just being blunt.
Okay.
Like, I didn't care what I was doing. It was usually 90, and we're speaking of from the time I was a kid, elementary, until not now, 95% of my life, even though I grew up with my brother and my sister and my adopted brother, my adopted sister, and then an aunt and a grandmother. I had a father 2 cities away. I was pretty much on my own because I was the youngest. So the majority of my life, I would say 95% of my life, it's only been me, even though other people were there. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to find happiness within myself, not with what I was doing, whether it was a career, whether it was sports, whether it was with friends or schooling or now there are times that stand out where you can enjoy it with people, where you can remember and things of that nature. But
Hmm.
I've always been a loner. Like
Yeah.
it's it I can't explain it. I've just always been that way. And when it comes to career, my focus was never on money growing up. You know, so even after I had a son, I sacrificed a lot to send his mom everything I had. I would eat a pint of house fried rice every day, and I would just send her money. And that's all I would eat. And a slice of pizza from Sam's Club. And I would sleep on my sister's couch. So I never
Mm.
looked at it like that. I never looked at it like I needed to have money. Now, other people, she wanted help from a financial standpoint and things of that nature. And I understood that. But I never needed a lot to be okay with myself, to
Mm.
survive from a financial standpoint.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't until I got older, and I would say, when I say older, even after my last breakup in a serious relationship, where I started to look at money as a means to an end.
Hmm.
That's when I started to look at money as a means to an end. When I
Okay.
left everything. And when I say
Yeah.
I left everything, I took my car, put my clothes in garbage bags, left her the house, left her everything in there, and I just left. You know, so I don't need shit. But that's when I
Mm.
started to look at money as a means to an end. Got in touch. My brother put me in touch like with a financial advisor, a CPA, and things like that. Wrote out a plan because he spoke to me about his plan when he retires, has to have 5.5 here, whatever, 1.7 there. On the average, I think if you retire around 63, it still takes around 2.3 million after retirement until you pass away, which is a lot of money when you're not working because there is no more supplemental income. And I could be wrong on that right now. Check that, but I know it's either going to say 1.8 to at
No,
least
you're
2.4 million after you
yes,
retire,
yes, you're
and that's a lot of
correct.
money.
Hmm.
What does it say right now? If
No, I can
or
double check it, but
uh,
you are absolutely right. And then the other part to this is medical care, right? And the fact that we are just living a lot longer.
Yeah.
So even 2.4 million, to be honest, is, you know,
Well,
um,
I plan on working until I can't.
yeah,
Like I'm not going to retire early.
yeah,
That ship sailed.
yeah. No,
COVID made sure I could not retire early. So
how many years you think COVID knocked off your retirement?
like 20,
Are you serious?
bro.
So do you
I
think if COVID wouldn't have hit, do you think you could have retired at this point
I could have
right now?
retired 2 years ago.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah. 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 Because I had two Orange Theories, and
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Orange Theory never, they still haven't
educate me on
recovered.
that.
So Orange Theory is a franchise, and I bought the 49th license in the country, in the world, and that was in Hollywood, Florida, and I owned that studio location for 10 years. I opened Hallandale Beach 8 years after that, or seven. I can't remember. Anyway, we opened in 2017. COVID happened in 2019, 2 years later, and like many other industries during that time, health and fitness just took a nosedive. And I paid a lot. Like I had I had 7 million in, not 7 million, wow, seven figures in working capital that I saved, that I invested in this
Working capital that you can
working.
access at any time.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm quit trying to be cute. So I had $1 million, and I invested 700,000 into this new studio, and then I had to take out money to do more than what I probably should have, but I thought it was too big to fail. And so not only did I lose my working capital, but I also owed a bank money. So then when I sold my fully paid off studio, which was the first one, I had to pay the bank, and then, you know, divorce and bankruptcy
Yes,
and
yeah. That's
So I went from, you talk about top 1%, I was there. But, you know, poor choices and a global pandemic knocked me down a couple pegs.
yeah.
So,
Right.
So even more reason why we need to make this work.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm okay. But don't cry a river for me. I'm okay. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
house
yeah.
is paid
Oh, we
off.
know-
Ain't nobody
we
fucking
know
crying for
you're
you,
okay.
Jamal. That shit
Yeah,
happen every day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody crying for you, bro. Believe
I'm
me.
okay.
But we
But
understand where you, but look,
yeah,
we're on your side and we understand where you're coming from and we're with
yeah,
you because you're still there fighting like the
yeah,
big dog that you are. So
yeah,
both of you, it is what it is. You
yeah.
lose, you get knocked down, you get back up,
You gotta get back up. Exactly. So
and you
it
get
just
what you had before.
it taught me a lot, and I learned a lot because of it. When I got my MBA, and I'm just trying to, yeah, reinvent myself, figure out what I'm passionate about. Because to be honest, I did enjoy Orange Theory, but I wasn't as passionate like my wife at the time. She did the sales and the people
Yeah.
part, and I think if I were more involved in that, I would have read the tea leaves and understood I should probably sell because I had a really good offer to sell, and I laughed at them.
Was
But
it
if I,
during the pandemic or right before the
it was
pandemic?
like 2 years before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would it
Oh,
have doubled what you put into it?
yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Did you guys hear that?
what?
That thunder and the lightning?
Yeah, because God was like, I told you. Anyway, enough about that. I feel that was a depressing topic, but
No. Look, man, but look, this I think that's something that viewers, regardless how many of them we have, regardless how many of them see this video, need to know. Um,
yeah.
Everybody's on top of the world is different from the next person's. You know what I'm saying? My on
Yeah.
top of the world can be $3 million. Another
Mhm.
person's on top of the world could be 50 million. Another person's on top of the world could just be their family and having a career base that they could provide for their family. So everybody's on top of the world is different. Happiness comes in many different shapes, sizes, and forms. And
Yeah.
I do think with social media today, it's been reduced to a materialistic um, outlook on happiness. And I
Mhm.
think a lot of people, when it's all said and done, are going to be sorely disappointed in the long run.
Gotcha.
So, regardless of money or attention on social media, because money can't buy you happiness.
And speaking of social media, what do you guys think about this Coldplay concert kiss cam nonsense that happened? When was that? Last
2
weekend, I
weeks
think.
Oh, with
ago.
the guy and his secretary?
Yeah. Well,
No,
no, she wasn't a
she's an
secretary. She was an
HR. She's
HR
Oh, the
exec.
HR rep. Yeah, our
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah. What
Hey,
you got? Go ahead.
I'll say this.
karma's a bitch.
Not even karma's a bitch. I would say, and I think both parties are married with children. Um, the man and the woman. I think the guy is the owner or CEO, right? Maybe not, or the president, something.
He
He's higher
found
up in the company.
so the company's name is Astronomer or Astronomy. I don't even know what they do, but he's the
Astronomer.
founder, Astronomer. He's the
Founder.
founder
Mhm.
and CEO.
Mhm.
Okay,
So he has substantial stock in the company.
so yeah, he probably has majority stock, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, he's resigned. He's since resigned.
Yeah.
Well, the company is fairly big, right? So they probably have a board.
I think they're $1
They have a
billion
board.
company. Yeah.
They're
1.5
what?
and they
1.5
billion
billion.
dollar company, and yes, they
Mhm.
have a board, and he's tendered his resignation to the board. Yeah.
Hang on, you said a $1.5 million company?
Billion with a B.
Oh, billion. Because I was like, that's not all right. Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of that company's worth a
Yeah.
lot. So I didn't know.
Yeah.
They forced him out. Like, look, you're bringing too much negativity. He's still gonna have his stock options.
Yeah.
But from a intersexual dynamic of relationships, they're older. They've been with their significant others for a while. They found comfort in each other, whatever the other person provided. Who knows if it was attention? Who knows if it was purely sexual? Who knows if it was communication? They found something in each other. Was it right? No, but
No.
it happens daily. It happens sometimes. It's uncovered. It happens sometimes behind closed doors. But it just goes to show you relationships and career that you could be in a relationship for 20 years, man, and still long for something different, but love the person that you're with. Like it's just a weird reality that I don't think enough people not focus on, but has a clear understanding of how relationships work. Like the person
Hmm.
you're with can't be your everything. It's impossible. There's too much pressure on them. It's just not going to happen. And hey, it was funny when they showed the video. I think he like ducked down and she like turned her head. I was like, oh,
She
bitch,
she
y'all got
moved
caught.
first, and their reaction was awful because
Oh yeah,
that's what made people even more
we know
curious
y'all
and
fucking.
suspicious. Right. And then so this dude, I lost a lot of respect for him because he is actually trying to sue the lead singer of Coldplay for what he said when that happened. You know, something about defamation of his character and
What did he
how
say
he
though? What did the guy
he
say?
said either that couple's having an affair or they're just very shy. That's what Chris Martin said on
And he was spot
stage.
on.
Well, yeah, he was spot on. But then this guy, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to sue because that's defamation against my character." I'm like, "Dude, but you were
Do
having
people
an
know
affair."
that you can't put a defamation lawsuit in if the defamatory person who stated something stated a truth in effect? You can't sue for defamation when it's true that you were cheating.
And not only that, but when you buy a concert ticket, you are agreeing to be filmed in a public space. It's a public arena. It was a 65,000 people arena, and he's all booed up with his side chick. A kiss cam zooms in, and then Chris Martin of Coldplay, one of the most famous British bands ever, is like, dude, either you cheating or, come on now. So
You know
anyway,
what's crazy? If the
well,
Coldplay guy reaches out to her right now while we're on this podcast, guess who she's going to be with next? The Coldplay
well,
guy.
he could do better than her. But anyway,
No, I'm just saying, if it
He
does
would
happen.
never waste his time with that chick. Are you
Nah,
kidding
that
yeah,
dude's
me?
still getting 20-year-olds, bro.
his ex-wife is Gwyneth Paltrow. So
Gwyneth
Coldplay?
Paltrow was the Coldplay's guy's ex-wife?
I had no
uh,
idea.
She's a little
Wow.
older now. She's not what she. Yeah, Gwyneth
yeah.
Paltrow was attractive to me, but she was still average. But she wasn't. She's definitely not an ugly woman.
No, she's not ugly at
You know,
all.
my girl is Charlize Theron, so
I
you know,
do know that.
yeah.
She
Yeah,
had a new
20 years
movie
ago.
that came
But
out.
yeah, I haven't
The
seen it
old
yet.
guard too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was awful.
Well, yeah, the first it's just an action movie, man, and
Yeah,
it's a Netflix action movie, bro.
yeah, yeah,
And I will
yeah.
say this: she's not a she's an A-list celebrity. I think we went over this the other day, but she's not an A-list talent actress. She's just not.
How can you be an A-list celebrity without the A-list talent?
Let's take because
It
people's celebrity
it kind of
proceeds
goes
their.
back to your theory yesterday, Jamal, when you were talking about Will Smith. Remember?
Okay. I was saying Michael B. Jordan's a better actor,
Right. So,
but Will Smith did win an Oscar.
yeah, but Will Smith had the opportunities, and therefore it made him an A-list actor, but not
That's what I was
necessarily.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like what he's saying now. It's
No,
kind of
no. I'm gonna tell you
what.
exactly what I'm saying. Michael B. Jordan is an actor, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
If you
thank
take
you.
if you take and let's just break this down to just race alone. If you take all black
Sure.
actors,
Yeah.
majority of black actors are a better actor than Michael B. Jordan, but they don't have the celebrity that Michael B. Jordan has. Can we agree on that?
So wait, hold on. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying
Yeah.
of all the black actors that exist, more of them are better than Michael B. Jordan?
I'm saying more of them have a higher talent level in the acting sphere than Michael B. Jordan, even though Michael B. Jordan's celebrity may be higher than theirs. So the guy who played Kang in Marvel, what's his name? He was in trouble with the white
Jonathan
lady.
Majors. Jonathan
Jonathan
Majors.
Majors is a better actor than Michael B. Jordan, but Michael B. Jordan's celebrity exceeds his. And I'm trying to think of another black actor because there are some sucky black actors also.
Okay. I think I see
Even
what
the
you're
guy
trying to
Mr.
say.
Terrific, Mr. Terrific, I feel is a better actor. Everything I've seen him in, he's a better actor than Michael
Then
B.
who?
Jordan. Than
Ooh,
Michael B.
okay.
Jordan. I mean,
Right.
the movies that he's been
Sure.
in the shows, But
we'll
I
have
think
to
Michael B. Jordan's celebrity far exceeds his.
now see. We'll have to agree to disagree on that, Jermaine. That's fine. We don't have to agree on everything, but I think that just goes to opportunity and when you shine when given an opportunity. And clearly, this guy who played Mr. Terrific, he shined like because he knew what it meant to have this opportunity, and you could tell he put everything into that character because that he's the best part of the movie, in my opinion. But
Well, I
But
think
but
I would put Lex Luthor was up there too, though. Lex
he was.
Luthor's
Nicholas
performance.
Holt was is probably the best Lex Luthor ever.
Yeah.
And
but
I
keep in mind, I'm
include
not
Gene
talking about
Hackman,
his acting as Mr. Terrific. I'm talking about his acting in other shows.
period. But see, here's
Yeah,
the thing. We know Michael B. Jordan's name. We're calling this dude Mr. Terrific. And they're
true.
and he's older and he's been doing it longer. So, but I don't want to take anything away from his ability. I think a lot of that has to do with opportunity. And a lot of this is luck and who you pair yourself with. And Michael B. Jordan just happened to be on The Wire, and the producers of The Wire led him to his next gig, and then so on and so forth. Will Smith had his rapping career, and that's what jumped him on to doing Fresh Prince. So, opportunity and circumstance play a big key role of it too. But I think it's very subjective when you get into who's a better actor, and that there are more or there are better black actors out there. Because first, we don't know them all. But anyway, I say that to say I hear what you're saying.
But
Let's go,
let me
Renee.
give this last example before we move on to a different topic.
Sure. So I want
Thor.
to talk about
Chris,
the T app. That's the next thing I want
oh,
to talk
that's a
about. But
good.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth, right, who played Thor,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
What would you rate his acting paralysis on a
I
scale
think,
from A to F? A
but
being the best,
you
F
keep
being the worst.
changing terms though. You just said prowess or
His acting
credibility.
ability, his talent level in
His
acting,
acting ability.
out of
I think his
100%.
acting ability, 1 to 10, I can think you can give him like a 6 or a 7.
Okay, what would you rate him, Jamal?
I'd say a 6.
A 6.
A
Okay,
6.
now
Because
I
he
want to
doesn't
search.
have range, but what he does well. But
Okay,
within this,
now hang on,
yeah.
hang on. Now let's take no, Doctor Strange Cumberbund. What's his full name?
Cumberbund.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
Doctor Strange,
Yeah, his real name.
Cumberbatch,
Yeah, Cumberbatch. What
something
would you now? I
Cumberbatch.
don't know if you guys have seen movies with him besides
Oh, I
Marvel. Now,
have. Oh
okay,
yeah, I've
what
seen.
would you rate his talent level in acting?
He's more like a 7 or 8. He's a
Now,
better actor.
now,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
yep. Now, which celebrity is larger out of the two?
Ah, Chris
yes,
Hemsworth.
obviously. Okay, I get you now.
So
It's
that's
I
what I
get
Hemsworth.
you
mean.
now.
It's
Does that
Okay,
make
Hemsworth.
more sense now?
I
Yeah, that
got
Chris
makes
you.
sense.
Hemsworth's
Okay,
celebrity is higher, even
sure.
though
Yeah,
Cumber whatever.
but
Benedict
you said
Cumberbatch.
A-list, and when you're saying A-list, right? You're talking about, hey, can you interchange those two? Is A-list the same thing as celebrity?
Yes, A-list is celebrity because a lot of A-list actors, like Chris Hemsworth, his celebrity is A-list. He's getting
But
paid as an A-list actor, but his acting is a 6 or a 7.
but you can have B-list celebrities too. Celebrity is all of them, right? Or celebrity is just who is famous, I
Right, and
guess. You can
different
be famous for
tiers.
being awful,
Uh,
right? Like
Yeah,
Flavor Flav,
Mike Tyson right now would be considered a C-list or under. Mike Tyson. But
and
at the height
Flavor
of his
Flav,
fame, he was an
yeah,
A-list celebrity.
and
100.
Flavor
Yeah,
Flav
okay.
cannot
hmm
act, but we all know
Flavor,
his name.
yeah, Flavor Flav was like an F.
But he's
I
a
know.
celebrity.
Hey, but let's get to that T out. Go ahead, Jamal. Because I was literally just watching something on this.
Yo, so this is one of those apps that I wish I had thought of because I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a place for jaded women to vent about men and blast them for being the assholes that they are or that they should have known they were, whether it's photos, they get on a video and say, hey, this dude took me to this restaurant. He gave me this profile pic, but then he looked like this. He's a catfish. Stay away. This is the restaurant we went to. He's cheap. This is the receipt. Whatever it is, they want to throw shade at the dude about. They can do it on this app. It's basically like it's like a reverse profile almost, but you, the woman, can talk about whoever you want. Now that's good and bad,
Yep.
because let's say the woman who is jaded just makes shit up.
Yep.
Now the guy has a problem where he's like, well, that's not entirely true what you said, but it doesn't really matter because the court of public internet opinion is going to roast your ass. So anyway, I think it's and then not only that, but 13,000 profiles were hacked.
Yep.
So let me
Recently.
stop you for a second. What's it called? T as in tango app?
DTEA, as in spilling the T, the T app.
The T. Okay.
Yep.
Yo, so anyway, and it's catching a lot. So and this is why I'm just glad I'm out of this rat race of
You're out of the
apps
dating
and-
scene.
No, it's too much, man. Like
You're
even
good.
if you don't shine or do as well as you, I don't know, as a woman or whoever thinks you should have done, she can just go on T app and blast you over nothing. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why am I even in this?
Why am I even doing it? Exactly. So anyway,
Oh,
that's my
shit.
thought. So it sounds like, Renell, you hadn't heard of it before. You
No,
just learned.
never. This is my
Okay.
first time hearing it.
Okay, so then Jermaine, please share your thoughts on the T app.
Yeah. I was literally looking at a podcast today, and they had younger women on there. Just point blank, I was looking at the Whatever podcast
Mm-hmm.
from the last episode, and there was around 8 women. A lot of them didn't know about the T app. I was only because the Whatever podcast lasts for like 8 fucking hours in one day. Like, this dude does
it's
the
too long.
longest fucking podcast.
It's too long. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to that's but either way.
Yeah.
The problem is, well, I want to phrase this correctly because I think it could be used for good, but then you're dealing with humanity and people. Like, we could try to give them as many benefits of the doubt as possible, but there's deranged men and women, there's scarred men and women, there's traumatized men and women that will fabricate certain tales in order for attention, and things of that nature, or just as a get back to the person that they were with. So it says it's to help women date safely. The problem is the app is only for women. So it's just, if you speak of segregation, it does it in a gender way. Imagine an app coming out that was only for men, and the backlash that men would receive for this app. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think from a law standpoint, it's some type of terms and conditions aren't being met with allowing selective groups only to be on this app. That's the first thing.
I agree
Another
with that.
thing, this app just exploded within the past 2 months, but I think it's been around since like 2022 or
Correct.
2023.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah. So it's been around almost 4 years, but it just exploded in popularity. Another thing is it allows women. I know y'all heard that one, right?
I heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It allows women to not only say the truth, we're dating the same guy. I went on a date and he was married. But it also gives them a free platform to dox men that never did anything wrong.
Correct.
Meaning, if a man takes a woman out to like that one thing that we saw to
Cheesecake Factory. Right.
Suddenly she's doxing him. This is his name.
Exactly.
This is what he drives.
And let's say it was just from her perspective and you didn't see the full context. People probably would have like jumped on her side.
Yes. So I think that's a problem. So besides being able to fib, to have no sense, not no sense, but to require no evidence on what the person is stating, it puts men in a precarious situation because now they're getting all this social backlash from their names in their social media and their family members being spread on this app that they never expected coming. Now, you guys may not know this, but they started a man's T app.
Hey.
And and the pictures and the subscribers that were on the women's T app that was stolen. Now they're comparing them to the men that they're talking about, and overall analysis are showing exactly what I always say. The chicks are a 5 and they're dating a fuck boy who's an 8, and now they have some type of disdain. They're saying these men are on a different caliber than you ladies who are reporting these men from a look standpoint. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys heard that, or have you heard that, Jamal? But go
No,
ahead.
but here's the thing. There's one thing that's true here. There's only one winner in this scenario, and that's the companies who create the
Yep.
apps, because both sides are silly, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So Renell, what do you what do you, because you're out there, finding
First time
friends.
hearing about it. What do you have?
Yeah,
Renee?
what do you think?
I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say. I actually have a video right here, and I'd like to play it, and maybe we can get a news broadcast
Let's do it.
on that. So give me a second.
Ready to come in hot, Raynell. Let's go.
Let's
I
go.
like that. I like it.
Gas. It's a new app that says it's created to help keep women safe while dating by allowing them to upload photos of men they say they've dated or may date. And while creators tout the app as a dating safety tool, some men argue it's a threat to cybersecurity, sounding the
Fair use,
alarm
pause.
about their
Fair use,
photos
pause.
being used without their consent. In fact,
Renell.
just this past Friday,
It's
Fair
a
use,
newscast.
they
pause.
suffered a major
Stand by.
Okay. Well, you didn't move it all. I was like, all right.
So remember, it's a newscast, so it's okay. We're in no
Okay.
hot water.
Okay. Go ahead. You can bring it back up. I apologize.
Sarian. Now, thank you guys for joining me. Anwar, I want to start with you. The Office of Women's Health.org says about 40% of college women have experienced violence or abuse in a dating relationship. This
That's a
app
lie,
could
bro.
be a revolutionary tool for women's safety, working almost like a group
Oh,
chat.
wait. Are they
How
just
can
going to
sharing
advocate for it?
information like this among women be helpful?
Yeah, so I understand the intention of the T app, right? One of the
Please
things that
pause.
I experience as a
Please
dating
pause it.
coach every day
Alright.
is my clients saying that they don't feel
So I don't believe, and listen, this is nothing against him, and but I don't think he is. So is this an app for regardless of orientation? Because I thought it was just for women.
It
we're
is.
all discovering
The
this.
women actually have to provide a photo ID and validate that they are women in order to be on the T app. They don't let men on the T app. It's gender specific to women.
So maybe I shouldn't assume this man's orientation, and forgive me, but
Sounds gay.
I just don't see how he's a credible person to speak on this topic, is all I'm saying. So
His masculinity and femininity are both flowing in the same direction.
So
But let's see what he says. He might say something that actually makes sense.
All right,
okay,
here,
all
here we
right,
go.
all right,
Here we
fine,
go.
fine.
safe while they are dating. I will say that I do have reservations on this specific app. And the reason I have that is because there's a difference between people who are talking about their experiences in a private way, and then also people that are talking about their experiences in a public way. One-sided conversations can permanently damage someone's reputation. And if they're unverified, right, that can really do damage.
Pause,
And
please.
Anwar, where do you think the line is drawn
Pause,
to
please.
distinguish women's safety and essentially putting someone else on blast?
So bring it back to
just
us
so
right
you know,
now.
it takes me a second to
No,
do
you're
that.
good.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you're doing it.
Yeah. I'll say something from now on, so you don't,
But
so you don't
so
keep
yeah,
yelling
he
at
actually
you.
had some. No, he had something interesting to say, Jamal. He said what I said. Like they have no evidence on what they're actually
Right.
stating the guy did.
Right. No, I hear you.
So he
Yeah.
actually had something pretty good to say. Like, and I take that not at face value, but I take that as the truth. Like, bro, you can't. You guys
No,
are
no.
convicting these men with no evidence and
Yep.
things, and everyone's just jumping on board. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's their word against the other person, which is fine. And honestly, that's kind of
No,
obvious.
no. It's not against the other person because it's only one. It's only females on the app, so it's their word and their word alone.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is it's an obvious red flag and issue with the app. I don't think he's saying anything outside of what we've already discussed was my point. And furthermore, I just don't see what skin he has in the game, but that's another issue.
No pun intended.
Hey, yeah. So, all right, are we good on that topic? Because I think
that one. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, we're good on that. I will say this: they did come out with a man's T app. For anybody who's watching this, there is a man's T app. I think it's called like T Road or something. But now there's a man's T app where they can actually express what actually happened and call out the women who are putting them on this app. I could have swore, and I don't know if it was an AI. I could have swore there was a murder behind this T app within the past month or two.
what?
Where something I could be wrong, but I could have swore I saw something where someone was murdered because of things that were put on this T app, and I think that helped the explosion of it. I could be wrong though.
Okay. All right.
But there's been a lot of backlash from because let's look. We know men are men. They cheat on their wives. They cheat on their girlfriends. We know women are women. They cheat on their husbands. They cheat on their boyfriends. But when you have a place where you can actually put this up and destroy a family, regardless of what that person did from the family, meaning the man or the woman, I just don't think it should be there, bro. I think it's going to cause way more damage than the good that it can do. I think there's a better way for women to be safe. And when people put this thing on there like it's helping the safety of women, like stop bullshitting, bro. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like I hate that shit.
Uber.
Like women go out to a club and they meet a dude and they go home with the dude. Ain't thinking about their safety. They just met the dude 20 fucking minutes ago, bro. Like women aren't worried about their safety when they're hooking up with dudes and they've only known them for a week. But because there's an app and you want to publicize it and say shit like that, it's about women's safety. Like stop this bullshit. Women get on Tinder and sleep with dudes and become friends with benefits, not fucking worrying about safety. They worry if the dude is 6'1" and has a six pack. Like, stop this dumb shit, bro.
What about his package?
In his package. Like, I just hate when they try to sew up the meaning of something and try to put a bow on it and try to sell it to us as something that it's not. Ain't no women around here worried about their safety when they go out to clubs and walking down the street with fucking a dress that's showing their ass. Why are they worried about their safety then? That's when they're in the like.
So Cliff Notes version on this T app shit, because I still don't completely understand it. You guys are going too fast for me. But Cliff Notes version, it's essentially just, hey, this is my review on this guy, shitty or not, and they share that information with other ladies.
It's an app that exposes men.
Boom. Okay.
And well, right. It's usually negative. I don't think a woman, when she has a positive,
she's not going to say, hey, this guy's amazing. Take him
right.
From yeah.
Because
wasn't my type, but maybe one of you can pick him up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's usually something negative.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And speaking of negativity, this is my third and final topic that I found. Do we all know the actress, speaking of celebrity, the actress Sydney Sweeney?
Yes.
No.
She's the one with the big breast.
Jesus Christ.
Look, she just did like the Old Spice commercial. Am I wrong?
We're about to get into it. Oh yeah, she has she's gifted in that area for sure.
And she's average looking, but go ahead.
Sydney Sweeney.
I knew you were going to say that, Jermaine.
White
I think
girl?
she is a white girl.
White.
Yeah, she's a snow bunny.
Okay.
I think she's very attractive personally.
Okay.
But there are women going to social media who are complaining about the latest American Eagle campaign that she is the star of, where you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to let this play. This is a pundit. He is basically just like sharing the social media outbursts and then little clips of the commercial she's doing. So let me just play that.
Sydney Sweeney fatigue. Let's talk about eugenics and racism.
What?
Sydney Sweeney fatigue. Let's talk about eugenics and racism.
Oh, fuck. This is how it happens, guys. This is the fall 2025 campaign. Yeah.
Nobody.
Right.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
I can see why they're mad. And by the way, the entire context of this is them talking about her boobs, by the way. That's what's being discussed with genes. Everybody that's not a retard,
because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird. That is Nazi propaganda.
Not AI. Yes, that was a real ad by.
Now, I'm not going to say that's crazy, though, right? It's just jealous, fat, ugly women.
So despite being in a very deep, debilitating depression brought to where I've struggled to do anything else other than lay on my couch, I felt like this advertisement was too important not to talk about, especially in the political climate that we're in. So let's talk about it, because this is literal eugenics slapping everyone in the face.
Eugenics.
We're going to open up those asylums. You're going to have a really, really nice padded room you're going to live in, and you're going to be healthy. You're going to be okay. The clothes, you'll be like this the whole time, and everybody in the whole world is going to be better off because of it.
Because this message of her saying that everything that she has is attributed to her genes. She's not talking about her blue genes. She's talking about her genes, and then saying that hers are blue. She's not talking about her blue genes. She's talking about her blue eyes, and then saying her eyes are up here. It's not a coincidence that this message is being delivered by a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman.
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough. I've had enough. Yeah, this is just crazy. I'm so lost. Yeah, exactly right.
Yep. So
I said it before I even saw the shit come on her titties, bro. Like she's the one with the big boobs. Go ahead.
She's the one with the big boobs. So I think there's a lot to unpack here. First off, I think, I mean, we were talking about women and how they view themselves, and how through whole math we've learned that these dating apps have somehow erroneously inflated their position in the social hierarchy. But now when we see an innocent bystander, by the way, Sydney Sweeney, just trying to do her job, sell some jeans.
Yep.
She can't even do that without being accused of eugenics and whatever else they said. And the podcaster made a great point. All these women were not attractive.
Can we get the definition for eugenics, please?
Yeah, I'm getting it for you.
And so it's just gotten to a sad state of affairs where social media is now being used as a platform to vent when you feel bad because of someone who looks better than you getting attention, and then you find ways to bring them down. I didn't see any of the points they were trying to make. It felt like a stretch. They seemed bitter and jealous, and but it's catching on. And so I hope she doesn't get canceled over some jeans, but I personally think she's fine. But I personally think she's attractive. Yeah, she has a flat butt, but I guess it was made up for with the breasts. But anyway.
Yeah, she's not unattractive, that's for sure.
Yeah. And, you know, in terms of celebrity versus A-list, I mean, she's a celebrity.
She's not an A-list actress at all.
She's not A-list?
No, she's not. Her
not
talent
even,
or her celebrity is not
model,
A-list. She's B.
Isn't she a model, though?
She's an actress. First and foremost, she's an actress. She was in the HBO show called Euphoria, which I saw the first season of. It's actually really good.
Okay.
And she is not afraid to get naked, or at least show full frontal.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, for research, you can watch season 1 of Euphoria on HBO.
You got it. You got it.
But yeah, I mean, she's. I don't know where I'd put her on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 7 or 6 maybe, but just this animus she's getting from these women just makes no sense. But
I have to say, her face is absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did you pull her up by her with just her face, or you're just taking what Jamal had?
I'm looking at her picture, and
I give her 6.
Yeah, no, I mean her face is above 6. Her body is what brings her down to a
I'm
6.
telling you what I would give her right now. I don't care what you're gonna give her. I'm telling you what I'm giving.
Yeah, shut up, Captain D.
No, what you're giving her is fine. I'm telling you what I rate her.
Yeah. But
But remember, I take a lot of things into
But
because I'm not gonna lie.
I think. What do you appreciate face more than body, or body more than
Yes,
face?
always. Face
Face?
is the number one before
Face
butt,
is number one
before
for me
breast.
too.
Face is the number one thing. But when face, I take everything into account. I take um I take the placement of the eyes. I take the eyelashes, the eyebrows. I take the mouth. I take the nose. I even take the teeth. I take the jawbone structure. I
Dang,
take everything into account. Her
Deconstructing.
face. I'm sorry?
We're deconstructing faces. That's
No, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I see that.
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. So she's played in a few movies. Euphoria, obviously that's a series. Anyone But You. She played in Immaculate, the scary movie. I saw that when she's the nun. The Voyeurs, The White Lotus. Oh, she was in Madam Web. Eden, The Housemaid. Yeah, I think she was fucking in that one too.
So let me pause you for a
Yeah.
second and give you the definition of eugenics. You ready?
Oh, she was in
Yeah.
Sharp Objects.
So eugenics is a set of largely discredited beliefs and practices that aim to improve the genetic quality of a human population.
Mhm.
I don't see that at all in that fucking commercial.
Historically,
Yeah, no.
eugenists have attempted to alter the frequency of various human phenotypes by inhibiting the fertility of those considered inferior or promoting that of those considered superior.
So it's like racial cleansing in a way.
It's some Nazi shit.
But I don't see it in that commercial whatsoever.
She's selling jeans.
Yeah, and let me tell you, when the girl said it's in her genes, quote unquote, that means her genetic makeup.
Yeah.
I think the advertisers, when writing that commercial, when she said look up, they know that people look at her because of her breasts. Let's put this in here. When she says it's in my genes, it's part of the advertise. I didn't even know American Eagle was still around, but it's part of the advertisement that they put in. So I think people just reach, man. It's like you can always find certain shit, like the number 88 people have been on for the past month with Donald Trump and shit. I don't know if you guys heard anything about that.
No.
Yeah, but well, you can look at it when we're done. Yeah,
Gotcha.
what I took from it, they got an actress that's viewed as a sexual object. They put her in jeans. They
Very
put her in a
much so.
muscle car. They had her buttons unfastened where you can see her cleavage, and she made money. They got their advertisement. Everybody went home okay. It's the people that are at home, like Buddy said, these big chicks or whatnot,
Yeah.
that has a problem. Look, everybody, you can always find a problem, bro. People just look for problems out of nowhere, man. And that's the worst thing. We're in a society now where it's cool to be victims, and like it's cool to always say something's wrong. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's weird, man.
Well, that's a
Everybody
cultural
wants-
thing
Yeah.
because Gen
Alpha.
Z and or maybe it's Alpha,
Mhm.
maybe Z and Alpha. They've been trained to, and I was listening to this on NPR either today or yesterday, that they've been trained to publicly express how they feel on social media. That to them that feels natural.
Mhm.
That feels very much like no one's business, and I'm not ever going to do that.
So
To
yes,
me,
it is gone. So I think it's. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Brene Brown.
no.
No.
So she's really well, not that popular, obviously.
Renell be having these obscure people out of nowhere, and
sure
I'm like,
does.
who are they?
So
You're
Brene
deep, man.
Brown is a psychologist down in the San Antonio area in Texas.
Yep.
And she studies, one of her books is based on the belief of vulnerability, right? And being able to, I think we've talked about this ad nauseum in our, previous and offline discussions, Jamal, about being able to just say, hey, you know what, this is me, and these are my flaws and errors and my shortcomings, and I'm okay with it, right? And so she kind of lauds that, she champions that and that belief, right? But I think what you're alluding to is kind of that this Gen A, Gen Alpha, and the Gen Zers out there, they're going and taking that belief in being vulnerable and using that vulnerability as not just as strength, but as a shield, right?
Mhm.
As opposed to allowing that to be their strength, they're using that as a shield. Oh, I am being picked on. Oh, I am being attacked. Here's my shield,
Mhm.
instead of using that for strength and and grit in life.
Well, regardless, their attack against Sydney Sweeney is it's an attack, and
Yeah.
it's unwarranted, unfounded, and it doesn't make it right if that's the way they feel they need to express how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
In that
Yes.
case, every guy who gets on a Bud Light commercial that takes off his shirt with the abs that they're rooting for, they
Right.
should say the same fucking thing. But they
Exactly.
don't.
Because we don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's Brene. I thought it was Renee. It's Brene Brown.
Brene Brown. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a B. Brene hyphenated with the E Brown. So I would think she's French, probably.
No, she's very gringa. But maybe her parents were just kind of trying to be cute.
Wait. Steve Hicks School of Social Work. What the fuck is that?
I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you the TEDx video.
But she did go to the University of Houston. But I was just looking like Steve Hicks School of. Yeah, she has a lot of books. She has a lot of books.
Yeah.
More than 10, it seems.
Well, I got to call it, fellas, because it's Monday.
Yeah,
man. Is that cool?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'll put my closing
we've been
points
doing
to
this
get
for an
us-
hour and 11 minutes. I was hoping for 30 minutes.
No, we good, man. I ain't even eat shit yet today. No, actually, I made 3 eggs. I made an omelet, so I had 3 eggs, some turkey bacon, and the Lakewood sausage. I put and made an omelet with provolone cheese and onions.
Yeah.
That was my meal for today. That's all I eat today thus far.
So you
I only eat one time a day.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
I try to do that. I don't make it, but
I usually fast for around 20 to anywhere from 18 to 24 hours.
It's actually good for you.
Yeah. And you look, I can smell it when I piss and shit, like the toxic. No, I'm just being serious.
Thank
like
you,
if you,
Jermaine.
Jesus.
Well, I'm just saying. You know when you put your body in
ketosis.
Ketosis. Oh, you say it again?
Ketosis.
When you get to a point where you're flushing out the liquid and the fat, where you're actually peeing it out, and you can see it in your pee because the pee literally bubbles up a lot, and it has a distinct smell. It smells almost kind of sweet. I don't know if you guys ever been in ketosis, but when you pee, it has a distinct smell, and it bubbles up a lot.
Yeah.
So that happens daily for me, bro. Like every morning, I'm on the same regimen. Every morning, I literally forgive me. I do number 2 every morning. It's not like, oh, I got to duke it. It's like every morning when I wake up, number 2.
Clockwork.
Yep. And number 2 midday, and number 2 at the end of the day. Like I don't
3
hold stuff
times
in.
a day.
Yeah, I don't hold stuff in. I get it. So the extra waste that's in my body, I'll release it. It doesn't stay in there to like with the nutrients. I keep the nutrients and I get rid of the waste. It's been like that like pretty much my entire life. It's more nowadays since I've been here, but
You know what really sucked? You know what really sucked when we were in high school? We had 2-days and we didn't have doors, dude. We didn't have doors to the stalls. Yeah, man, it was horrible. Yeah, and then we had, our boy, we'll call him Law Dog,
That dude like used to walk around naked, bro. I never took a shower there, bro. I used to go home and take a shower. I never took a shower in there, bro. I was like, let me tell you. I was like, I'm not putting my feet down where people have been washing their nuts. It's like, bro, I'm not taking a shower here.
That's just
I get on the activity bus
waiting to
stank
happen.
or get in Raynell's passenger seat and be like, hey, man, drop me off home, please, bro. Fuck that.
All right, and that is a wrap for tonight's episode of the RJ Squared podcast. Where the
release the Epstein style files.
Yeah, thank you, Renell. And so if you vibe with us, do us a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. We're here live Sundays, sometimes on Monday, and other days when we feel like it. We're here on YouTube, sometimes on Instagram. But until the next time, keep it grown, keep it honest. And before I finish that sentence, Renell, where can people find you on social?
First, I want everyone to know that you must help us. Please help us. Release the Epstein files. Write your congressman today. Make sure we release the Epstein files. It's important. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I can be reached on Instagram at RenellSaw_JR.
All right, Captain Saberho. Save them.
November Montgomery on all platforms. I'm going to leave everyone with this. If you haven't research into the French First Lady that they're finding out that was a man before they turned 30, the French First Lady. I don't know if you guys saw anything about this. There's no pictures of her before she was 30. The only pictures is of her brother. But it seems her brother and her are one and the same because no one's ever seen her brother. But the French First Lady supposedly was born a man. And there's a video clip where she's shaking the hand of soccer players, and you can see the look on their face because they're seeing her close up and they're looking at each other like, I think she is a dude, bro. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
It's big right now on social media.
This is the current sitting First Lady.
The current sitting,
Yes.
They've gone so far as to send police to reporters' home to recover their laptops and pictures and things of this nature of investigation that they've been doing. And she hasn't provided it. She hasn't said, look, this is me and my brother in a picture when we were 12. Nothing has been provided.
But that's not illegal, is it? That's her business. Or is it illegal? Is it considered fraud?
Illegal in what way?
Well, I mean, why do the police and the reporters have to get involved? I mean,
because they're the president.
So what's that mean?
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying they're actually sending police officers to reporters' homes to get information from the reporters that could jeopardize the president.
Sorry. Thank you for saying that. Okay.
Yeah, my fault. They've gone so far as, when's the last time you heard a president suing regular people for breach of
the last 6 months?
Breach of when you pry into someone's life.
Trump
not defamation.
Sue. He threatens.
Salacious or
no,
slander?
It's like your personal life.
I
can't think of the technical term. But yeah, it's a big thing right now. Candace Owens did a big thing on it.
Talk about her next time.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I like Candace Owens and I don't like her because obviously
she's annoying.
Well, when I say I like her and I don't like her, that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? She's a know-it-all, but she knows a lot.
Know-it-all. She's a know-it-all. She's a contrarian. She just does things to start stuff, but she acts like she's on this high horse.
Yes.
I don't like that.
And I do think she's a grifter.
Yeah.
You guys know what a grifter is?
Looking for an angle to take advantage of other people. Yeah.
Yeah. A grifter, technically, in the social media world, is someone who drifts from place to place to receive validation. No, it's called grift with
grifter.
a G.
Yeah,
grifter.
I thought that's almost synonymous with like a con artist.
Right.
Well, they kind of are because they'll jump into the red pill, they'll jump into the black manosphere, they'll jump into this world. So they're just drifting along, but for some reason they call it grifter. I never actually looked it up.
Well, yeah. So we can talk about her another time, but I just think about that time when her and Kanye wore those matching T-shirts that said "White Lives Matter," and it's not that.
Oh, that was her.
That was her. Oh. And it's not that they believe it; they just say it to like start.
Yeah, but that's Kanye West, man. I don't even know what he believes. That dude.
He's yeah. So anyhow.
So that's where I'm at. November Montgomery. Where are you at, Jamal?
I'm at Jamal is Good on Blue Sky and Instagram. I tried opening a TikTok today, but my 48-year-old brain couldn't figure it out. So I'm only on Blue Sky and Instagram right now.
Wait, they still have TikTok in the US? I thought they canceled it.
No, we got extended by Donald. Thank you, Donald.
They still got it. Got it.
Were you about to say right now? I'm sorry.
We do have our TikTok now. We definitely need to start advertising that. Oh, shoot.
We can put it in the description so you can copy the link and put it in the description.
I have a hamburguesa getting cold right now. So,
all right.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Get out of here, man. You said a hamburger?
Hamburguesa.
What is that?
It's a hamburger, but made by my Colombian wife.
Oh, is that the actual name though? Like hamburguesa?
Hamburguesa. Yeah.
Oh shit, I never knew that. So that's what they
Yeah.
call a hamburger in Spanish.
Hamburguesa. Uh-huh.
Never heard of it.
I get to eat one a week. So tonight
They're
is
delicious.
tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So until next time, fellas, keep it grown, keep it honest, and as always, join the conversation. Peace.
Da-do-do, do-do.
Ooh.
Da-